Lauren. Welcome to the Finding Your Voice Writing Group. We are a creative community dedicated to freedom of expression, authentic self-discovery, and fostering empathy through the power of storytelling. I'm really excited to share this writing practice with you. All that you will need to get started is a quiet place where you can be uninterrupted and undistracted for about 20 minutes, a notebook or some other type of pad of paper, and a pen. This type of writing is really best done by hand versus typing. And then because this is a DIY session where you are writing on your own time, you'll also want some type of timer or your phone or something else so that you can keep track of your writing time. This practice is simple but deep, and so I'm going to kind of walk you through the general setup and then introduce a writing prompt, and then you'll be able to write on your own. And our aim with this writing approach is to just get more in touch with our authentic voice as writers, as people. I find that this is kind of a muscle that you can develop of being more comfortable expressing yourself authentically, and that can carry over to other areas beyond your writing too. So while we are here to write, I really don't want you to worry about grammar or sentence structure or any technical writing stuff. In fact, we want to just let go of the whole concept of good writing. We're not aiming for good, we're aiming for authenticity. And so I hope that you know that just showing up as you are, whatever you're bringing with you today, that is enough. So our goal with this practice is to just bring all of that to the page and try to tell the truth. For me, this writing practice has really fostered a deeper sense of noticing, both noticing what's going on around me and what's going on within me. And then the challenge is to bring that to the page, to share honestly about my experiences moving through the world. And there can be a lot of freedom in that, and a lot of joy to be found in just giving yourself space to do that without that self-censorship, without second guessing, and just learning to lean into your creative instincts in that way. So to do this, we use poetry to find our writing prompts, and I'll share more in a future video about why poetry works so well for this. But for today, I'll just share kind of the general approach that we use. So I will read a poem out loud. During that time, you can just sit back, relax. Sometimes it helps to close your eyes so you can just really focus on the words. And you just want to see kind of what do you naturally connect with? Is there a certain line or image that resonates with you? And where does your mind go next? That's your creative instincts talking, and that's what we really want to lean into with our writing. So after I read the poem once, I will suggest one or two lines from the poem that we can use as our writing prompt, and then I'll read the poem again just to let it settle a little bit more, and then you'll spend a few minutes writing. That's when you'll set your timer and you'll just go off into your own writing time. And when we're writing, we want to write as quickly as possible, pen never leaving the page. This helps us kind of move past our inner critics. So we're not pausing to look for a better way to say something. We're just going with whatever comes up first. Just say yes to that, go with that, see where it takes you. Would really encourage you to write to the end of the time. Even if you're writing, I don't know what to write about. This is hard, I'm feeling stuck. Just keep going, stick with it, because you never know if, in the last 1 or 2 minutes, you'll finally land on the thing that you've been trying to say. If you do get stuck, you can just go back to the jump off line, the original prompt, use that and just start a new train of thought. Just keep going. And so this is really how we kind of tap into our authentic voice and just learn to start saying yes to whatever comes and just trusting that will be enough. So I hope that you're ready to dive in. I'll read a poem for us today so you can get started. Today's poem is Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. And again, you can just sit back, relax, just take in the poem now as I read it aloud. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things. So this is a really lovely poem. There's a lot of good lines in here, and if anything stands out to you, don't feel obligated to go with the lines that I'm suggesting, but some suggestions for our writing prompt. You do not have to be good. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Meanwhile, the world goes on. So you can incorporate all three of those lines. You can pick one that really feels inspiring to you. And again, you're just gonna wanna write as quickly as you can and just see where your mind naturally goes based on this line. So I'll read the poem again. You can just kind of let it settle, see what it brings up for you, and then we'll move into the writing time. So again, this is Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things. So our writing prompts are: you do not have to be good. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Or meanwhile, the world goes on. So you just start with that line, say yes to whatever comes up for you. If you get stuck, go back, repeat the line again, just start a new train of thought. So I would encourage you to set your timers for 12 minutes. Just spend 12 minutes writing to this poem. Let go of the idea of what's good. Say yes to whatever naturally comes up, and just know that showing up as you are is enough. Happy writing.